Alright, good day everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood YouTuber back at it again with another Spawn review. And today we have Jessica Priest and Mr. Obersmith. I'm guessing this is Mr. Obersmith right here. I don't know the story behind these figures, but I'm definitely intrigued. Because when I read up the story of Obersmith, Mr. Obersmith, I'm guessing this thing right here was once a person, and he transformed into this creature right here. So I'm guessing that's the story of these two figures right here. And Jessica Priest also sounds familiar. I don't know why. There is a story on the back, of course. She comes with a gun. That's pretty awesome. I didn't even notice the gun until now. So there's a story right up here on the back of Jessica Priest and Mr. Obersmith. You know what? Usually we save the story until the end, but I'm kind of curious, guys, to know this story of Jessica Priest and Mr. Obersmith. And as you guys can see, this is from the Curse of the Spawn series, and as you guys see right here, I reviewed this figure right here. Oh, wait a minute. Did he have wings? I don't think he had wings. Maybe he did have wings. Huh. I don't know. I don't know if he had wings or not, but I definitely reviewed him. I definitely reviewed the Desiccator. I might bring him out again. I don't know. It depends, you know, how many figures I have of the Curse of Spawn, which I don't seem to have them all. Actually, you know what? The only person I'm missing from the Curse of Spawn is Hatchet. So I actually have all these figures, guys. Like I said, I did a review of the Desiccator. It was Desiccator and Overkill. I did like a double review of those two. It was one of my first videos, so if you guys didn't see that video, check it out. But actually, I have all these figures. I have yet to review them. I did a review of Rhaenys. And of course, you're going to see Jessica Priest and Obersmith. And the only figures that I didn't do a review of is actually Hatchet, Medusa, and Zeus. Which I'll actually have to get Hatchet so I can complete this series, because this series 13, the Curse of the Spawn, is actually a really, really good series. So the Dark Ages, which was series 11, and then series 12, which had Cygor 2 in it, and then series 13, The Curse of the Spawn, they were all three great series in a row. They all produced really, really awesome action figures. And here are some of the Movie Maniacs, series 2, of course, The Crow, then Metal Gear Solid, and then, let's see, this is from, I'm trying to look at the year, 1998. So we're going to look at the story of Jessica Priest and Mr. Obersmith before we actually review the figures. So if you guys can bear with me, I'm going to read up the story because I'm curious to see what these figures are about. Okay, so the most deadly assassin since L. Simmons, compassion is the only thing lacking from Jessica Priest's arsenal of evil. She cuts a path of destruction that takes large chunks from anything in her way, chunks that she chews up and spits out. She is master over the once human soldier, now known as Mr. Obersmith, a savage killing beast controlled by only Jessica Priest. Now, is Jessica Priest, the reason why that sounds familiar, wasn't she the villain in the Spawn movie, right? Wasn't that Jessica Priest? Am I wrong on that, guys? If you know, leave it in the comments, because I'm pretty sure Jessica Priest is that assassin in the Spawn movie. Because the name sounds so familiar, guys. If you know, leave it in the comments. I know somebody will, so. But without further ado, we're already 4 minutes into this video and have yet to open this this guy up. This guy and this lovely lady over here up. So without hesitation, we're gonna go ahead and pop this guy open. And like I said, this is from 1998, Curse of the Spawn. So we'll open the box up like so. And then we'll take a look at Jessica Priest first. Of course, she only has one twisty tie here, which is not that bad. So we'll take out Jessica Priest, and let's take a look at her first. So here's Jessica Priest. Very, very nice. Very nice sculpt. Look at them boobies. Very lightweight. She's pretty much a statue. Zero to no articulation whatsoever, other than breaks here at the upper thighs. No elbow bend, no ankle pivot, no ankle movement. The arms move up and down. So she's pretty much a statue. The head does turn. She's very well sculpted, guys. Very, very nice detail on her. She's very, very unique. Okay, so there's Jessica Priest. I'll put her off to the side over here. If I can get her to stand. How come they always make these figures where they can't stand? Okay, so let's take out Mr. Obersmith. Put Mr. Obersmith down here. Okay, so here's Mr. Obersmith, and man, he will go very, very well with my collection of demons that I have put together. One day I'm going to do a video of all the little creatures that I have accumulated, you know, over the years. And this guy is like right up there with them. So I know they said his arms bend out. Oh, don't break on me, Lord Jesus. And let's see. Okay, that goes out. It looks like his arm's supposed to go out, but I know it's going to break on me. They always do. So let's put his arms up. I don't even know if I want to do that, man. He just feels so fragile. And I can feel this arm is somewhat loose already. I know he wants to break on me so bad. So we'll just leave his arms like that because they don't seem like they want to move any further. And his legs, he has no bend, so he's pretty much pre-posed. He does have a break at the waist right here, guys. So where he can turn. Nothing at the feet. Looks like he has a break here. At the upper thighs, but they don't move. So he's pretty much a statue. He's pretty much pre-posed. So, okay. It says his wingspan is supposed to stretch over 9 inches long, but I'm afraid if I take these arms out any further, they're just going to snap off, because I know they are, because this one already feels a little loose, and this feels a little tight, you know what I mean? So let's untie him. And then we'll do a close-up of Mr. Obersmith, and then we'll bring in Jessica Priest. So here's the close-up of Mr. Obersmith. Very, very, very cool figure. And I brought in another figure too from a previous review to do a little comparison, because I thought they were kind of from the same realm. There's his butt. There's his feet. Very nice, very cool, and very unique. He will go well. Whoops! You can tell he's a little heavy, back heavy. He does have the wrist rotation in his arms. So that's always a plus. So you can rotate his arms however you want them. Yeah, he kind of has like a dinosaur, demon, stegosaurus kind of vibe going on. I like the idea of giving him a leash and a collar and having Jessica Priest have him as like her pet. That's pretty awesome. So I'm going to bring in one of my other comparisons where I feel like this guy was very similar to him. So this was Goliath right here. And as you can see, they have very similar effects right here. I did a review of this Goliath. If you guys didn't see it, check it out. They didn't give him a tail, so that's pretty messed up. So I brought him in for the comparisons because they have similar spikes on their back. and they have kind of like a similar like growling vibe going on. So if you guys want to see this review of this Goliath, this is from Evolve. Please check that out because he's a very, very cool figure. And he will go very well with Mr. Obersmith. So actually, hold on one minute, guys. It's too bad I can't bend this guy, and he doesn't really stand. This is the best how he stands. Now, if I bring in Jessica Priest and Goliath, they actually go very well together. They actually seem to match. So she'll blend in very well, you know, with my Goliath and Obersmith. So let's put, let's see, I guess the leash goes on like so. Snaps into here. Like that. Maybe not. Or maybe it goes on here. Or maybe it goes onto her wrist. Where's my box? Actually, it looks good like that. And I guess you can put the chain like this and maybe put it in her hand where she's holding the chain. That's actually a good idea. Let's see if I can get her to hold the chain. Bear with me, guys. Okay, there you go. So she got a wrist wrapped around her wrist. I don't know, how's that look? There you go. That looks pretty awesome like that. That's how she's going to be displayed. And how she's pre-posed, her feet, I mean, she can't really stand properly because the way that she was molded. Let's see if I can get her to stand properly. Damn you, Spawn. Excuse me. There's actually like no proper way to stand her. I guess that's okay. There we go. Yeah, they actually look pretty good together. I'm not gonna lie, they actually look really, really awesome, guys. Yeah, just giving her like this with him just adds a whole nother dimension to this character right here. That's really, really awesome, you know. And to give him the chain like he's like her pet is pretty awesome, guys. And that's how they're going to be displayed. That's how they're going to be posed. That's really, really awesome. This guy alone is cool, but to have Jessica Priest and have a leash and have her holding the chain for this guy just adds something special to it, you know what I mean? Very, very awesome. And we'll go in close, we'll give you some up-close detail of these figures, and they're very, very well sculpted. This could be like its own horror movie. You know, or if they ever decide to do like a remake of Tales from the Crypt, you know, or Tales from the Dark Side, where they have like the little mini movies. This would be an awesome little mini movie. Very, very, very cool, guys. It's something definitely different and unique. You know, if you're a horror fan, you definitely would love this in your collection, I'm guessing. And his spikes are they're not plastic, they're actually like rubbery. They have a nice rubber feel to them. Very awesome, guys. Okay, so we're at the 14-minute mark, and I'll give you guys my ratings of these figures. So I'm just going to be in that they came as a pair. I'm going to rate them as a pair. I'm not going to rate them individually because that makes no sense because they are a pair. So as a pair, I would rate this pair. It's 1998, guys. 1998. Who was doing this in 1998? Nobody, other than Todd McFarlane. And for that alone, you know, you have to give them a high score. So I'm going to give them a solid 9. just because it's just so freaking awesome. They're so freaking cool. It's pretty much a statue, but then again, they're going to be put on display regardless. It doesn't matter if they have articulation or not. They're still going to be put on display as display pieces. So yeah, I don't know if I like the fact that they didn't give him a tail or not. Maybe, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think they should have gave him a tail? Like maybe a tail that went down to the ground, you know? Instead of like up in the air, maybe like down to the ground. I feel like he needs a tail. I mean, he looks cool regardless, but I feel like he needs a tail. Very, very cool piece, man. The reason why I'm not giving it a 10 is because, well, I have my reasons. I do wish he was a little bit more articulated. Yes, I understand it's from 1998. Yes, I understand it's McFarlane. But, you know, I have reviewed McFarlane figures from 98 that actually have really great articulation, and that's really no excuse. So I wish they could have maybe given him an option to maybe stand up. That would have been awesome. And like I said, I'm sure these arms go out further, but I don't want to... Like I said, if you guys watch my reviews, if I force something, it's going to break off. You know, about half of the figures that I review, pieces just snap off. I mean, they're toys, they're plastic, that's what's going to happen. Especially this one from 1998, been in the package, 20 years old. And I'm surprised nothing has snapped off. So that's pretty surprising right there, you know. So that's why I don't want to force anything. And really, I don't really need his arms to spread out anyways, because he just looks awesome. So that's how he's going to be posed on my shelf. That's how they're going to be posed. I can get my camera straightened out here. So overall, guys, very, very nicely. Whoops, she had too much to drink. Very, very, very cool. And I'm pretty sure Jessica Priest is the same Jessica Priest in the Spawn movie. And Mr. Obersmith. I don't know much about Obersmith. If you guys want to Google it for me and leave it on my video, that's cool. I can always Google it myself. Like I said, I'm not professional, so I don't Google. I don't Google things ahead of time. So I'll just leave it up to my reviewers, and you know, it'll give us something to talk about as the reviewer and the viewer. Yeah, I was going to say viewee, but that doesn't make any sense. Or maybe, is there such a word as viewee? Pretty awesome, guys. Mr. Obersmith. I just love saying his name, Mr. Obersmith. You know, they couldn't give him a cool name like Ravage or whoops, or whatever. I don't know. They gave him a name called Mr. Obersmith. So obviously he was human, and he transformed into this figure right here. So yeah, and one of the reasons why I'm not going to give him a 10 is because you know, this Jessica Priest, they could have gave the Jessica Priest figure too a little bit more articulation, because she is having a hard time standing. But overall, she's very nicely sculpted, and he's very nicely sculpted. So yeah, like I said, more articulation would have been better. Him standing, her having a little bit more movement as well. And the way she's standing right now, you look at her feet, you know, she's like barely standing. So she's going to be tipping over every now and then when I walk into my toy room. So there you guys have it. I'm about to hit the 19-minute mark. If you guys still with me, if you guys love listening to me ramble on, thanks so very much. If you guys like this review, hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification button to receive more awesome, cool reviews like this. And it doesn't get any more cooler than this, guys. I mean, this is pretty damn cool. So there you guys have it. I definitely give it a 9. I definitely recommend this figure, these figures. If you can find them for a good price, get them. Pick them up. If you love Spawn, if you love horror movies, you know, creepy stuff, this is definitely for you guys. So there you guys have it. I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.